This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, feline friends. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Cattitude. You ever want to party with your cat? Well, I'm going to tell you many, many days that you can party with your cat. My guests knows of many. So stay tuned. This is going to be a really fun show. I'll be right back. Hi, it's me again, Michelle Fern, host of Cattitude. You know what I love? My cats. I love how Dennis comes and taps me whenever he wants a treat. You know what I don't love? Cleaning up Dennis's litter box, which is why Arm & Hammer created new cloud control litter. There's no cloud of nasties when I scoop. It is 100% dust-free, free of heavy perfumes, and helps reduce airborne dander from scooping. So, what happens in the litter box stays in the litter box. New Cloud Control Cat Litter by Arm & Hammer. More power to you.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I have with me today Ben Kaplan. He is the CHO of National Today, and CHO is the Chief Holiday Officer. Welcome, Ben.
Hey, great to be on the show. I love celebrating holidays, and at nationaltoday.com, we love celebrating cats. And there's a lot of holidays for cats that are fun to celebrate. So it's an amazing opportunity to celebrate all the uniqueness and fun and enrichment that cats bring to your life.
Well, I know one of the holidays, and, we're taping this in August, no matter when you're listening to, but I know one of the big holidays we just celebrated and it was all over Instagram and every place, was International Cat Day. August 8th, right?
Yes, August 8th is International Cat Day, and it's a really fun day to celebrate. But here's the really cool part. We track over a dozen different cat holidays, major ones throughout the year. We have many, many dozens of pet-related holidays, and so there's always like a fun reason to celebrate. And what is interesting is this idea. We asked for International Cat Day the age-old question. Like, are you a cat person or are you a dog person, right? That's like the big question. And, 14.2% of Americans say I'm a cat person. I'm a dog person, 45% of Americans. I love dogs and cats equally, about 34%. But the interesting thing is when you ask cat people this, is that when they say I'm a cat person, oftentimes they don't mind that the percentage is less because cats take a special person to appreciate all the unique things they do. And so when you talk to cat people, we often say, hey, it's like, dogs are, it's kind of obvious why people like dogs. Cats, it's a little bit more subtle. And so we appreciate that we're in the minority, but the smart and observant minority.
Okay, this is funny that you're bringing this up because this is true. I never thought of myself as, quote, a cat person. When I moved into my new home, my spouse, he gave me a key with a cat on it. And I said, why a cat? I'm not into cats. Why is a cat? I think he had a premonition. At that time, we had one cat. Now we have 5, kind of 6, because 3 are outdoor and 2 are TNRs that we rescue and take care of. And 1 is a new one that's just like joining the family, sort of. But there's 3. I have more cats than dogs. So you're right. It does take a special person. I think I'm kind of there after my cat. I've had one for 10 years. So I think I'm a cat person now, right?
I think that qualifies. Well, here's a question for you. This is like a little bit of a loaded question, but we also, so at nationaltoday.com and on all, we're the most popular site for celebrating holidays. And one of the ways that we like to celebrate is we like to ask people questions and surveys and get kind of like the cultural truth of what Americans are thinking, what people around the world are thinking. And so one of the questions we asked was, would you rather spend a quiet evening, this is for cat people, would you rather spend a quiet evening alone with your cat or your significant other? 64% said my cat, 36% said my significant other. So I don't know where you fall on this spectrum, and maybe you have enough love to go around for all the people in your life, but would you rather spend that quiet evening with your cat or your significant other?
That's kind of loaded, and I might get in trouble for this one. So my significant other listens to my show, so I can't answer that.
You can plead the fifth on that one.
But
I think what's fun is about cats, about, also, dogs and other pets in general, is that they enrich our lives in other ways that are kind of immeasurable, right? And when people, the fun thing to think about is you ask people when you're celebrating these holidays, like how would you describe your soulmate? And, someone's like, oh, my soulmate, really is there for me and likes to cuddle and appreciates the little things I do. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're describing your cat or you're describing your dog. They're your soulmate, So it's kind of a fun thing to think about all the ways that pets really enrich our lives and do things in ways in kind of an unconditional way that is just so special. And it takes a special person to recognize that.
Yes, which is why, my audience is primarily pet parents of cats, but a lot of them have dogs as well. And they are very special people because they're big on, adopt, not shop. And they're big on, that goes along with rescuing and doing all kinds of supporting of different TNR rescues and rescues across the country and products that support rescues. And so I would say, I think cat people are pretty special. And most people that have cats, from a lot of what I've heard, cats have come to them versus them seeking the cat.
I see. Sure. Well, actually, there's another holiday here in August when we're talking now that's an important one, and it deals on those themes, and it's called National Black Cat Appreciation Day, which is August 17th. And this is an important day. And we've at nationaltoday.com. And again, you can check out all these holidays at nationaltoday.com. But we've done a lot with Black Cat Appreciation Day. And it's actually one of the most viral holidays we have when we share it on social. And the reason is that black cats get adopted at a lower rate because they're black and it's associated with bad luck. And people think it's bad luck if a black cat walks in front of you. So as a result, that kind of persists and it affects the adoption rate. But I tell you, every time we kind of bring that up and National Black Cat Appreciation Day on August 17th, and we sort of bring that up and say, hey, shouldn't we all have more love for black cats in our lives and they need to be adopted too? People just share that like crazy. It goes through the roof, and it's a really important thing. So there are certainly cat holidays that are important, cause holidays as well, and that's one of them.
That's kind of cool. And I heard that about at this dog shelter too when I adopted, because dogs don't come to you as much as cats do. When I adopted my older dog, and it was called the Black Velvet Club. If you have you heard of that one?
No, I haven't.
If my memory's right, he's almost 14, so we're going back a ways. And when I asked what that meant, they said, well, black dogs don't get adopted as much as white dogs do or lighter other colored dogs do. And I said, why? Because I like black dogs better, right? Or black or tan mix or something like that. And I don't know if it's because I wear more black pants than white pants, but because I do know people that adopt animals or change their wardrobe based on what color hair their animals, their fur kids have. Maybe there's a holiday for that.
Well, if not, there should be. We can work together and get one on the books. Galvanize your audience and our audience and get them going. So we should do that. And there's some funny other holidays that are interesting too that I want to mention that have kind of cool names. And one that I love that I think your audience should really know about is on March 28th of every year. It is National Respect Your Cat Day. Respect Your Cat Day. So it's a little bit different. There's cat days, but this is the day to respect your cat. And a little bit funny how cats maybe, ask for or demand respect a little bit differently than other pets. And
Well, Ben, I think cats demand respect every single day.
There you go, every day.
Does March 28th mean we really bow down to them and just let them rule?
Well, it's like the day, hey, there's lots of days like Valentine's Day and about love, and you're supposed to love your partner every day, but on Valentine's Day, you really amp it up, right? You really go all out and cook that special dinner or get the box of chocolates or stuff like that. So for National Respect Your Cat Day, we did a survey of the top 5 ways to show your cat respect. And this was a survey of kind of U.S. citizens. And here's the top 5 ways. So number 1, 81% of people say they show their cat respect by petting their cat. And the way they pet their cat shows respect. The second one was 78% said, I verbally praise my cat. So those positive affirmations, wow, you look especially nice and fluffy today. There you go. Number 3, 65%, I give my cat a treat. So treating is super important. 62%, I pick up my cat and hug or hold him. So a really nice, or him or her, a nice intimate moment. And then 16%, I give my cat gifts. Do you give your 5 to 6 cats gifts?
Well, I have a lot of cat toys, and I've had a lot of cat toys on Cattitude, but their favorite toys are each other. Because
oh, really? They don't go for the thing on the string or play with that. They want to play with each other.
They play with each other, and we're fortunate enough to live in a warm area, so they're able to go outdoors in a screened-in huge patio every single day. They are way spoiled with treats. They have more catnip and catnip-like things, toys, wipes, everything that you could think of. So, yeah, but I guess on National Respect Your Cat Day, you could probably hoard some things and then bring them out just for that day.
We asked people to survey them on their top 5 ways to celebrate, with their cat and this sort of special day. So top 1 was take a nap together. I don't know if you do any nap time with your cats. Second, spend quality time together with human family members. So let's bring the whole family together, like humans and felines alike. Third was 56% said watch movies or TV. So, okay, that's an activity you can share with your cat. 4 was eat meals or snacks together. Okay, we're going to share that. And then I don't know who's doing this, but 26% surf the internet together. Maybe that's just because your cat is either on your lap or is sleeping on the keyboard while you're trying to use the keyboard and the mouse. I don't know what it is, but those are the top 5 ways to celebrate with your cat.
What was one of those with watching TV with your cat?
Yes, watching movies or TV.
Well, Molly likes the Oscars. So whenever the Oscars are on, she jumps up. Like most people, we have a larger screen TV. And so she jumps on it and watches it on the little ledge that's in front of the TV. So you could see her head ticking and talking back and forth,
And specifically the Oscars,
just the Oscars. I don't know why.
Award shows. There you go. Well, it's funny. We should bring this back. It's a few years back, we did something. We created the Cats Meow Awards at the same time as the Oscars to celebrate all of the amazing cat videos and the special things cats do online. And so we did that at nationaltoday.com a few years back. And so maybe we should bring that back because, hey, we were measuring our audience in terms of just humans, but maybe cats will watch too. So now we need the cat Oscars we can do.
Or we should say Academy Awards, I guess, because the Oscars actually is the award.
Yeah,
the Cat Awards. I don't know.
Awards. There you go. We could do that together. And one thing that we could have as a category for these awards, it's one more fun survey question from Respect Your Cat Day. And also, by the way, Global Cat Day is coming up as well. So multiple times to celebrate. But the survey question response was that 4 in 10 Americans say their cats get them. Understand them, really understand them in a deep way. And then not quite as many, but almost 37% Americans say their cats get them better than most of their human friends, actually, as well. So I don't know what that says about things, but do you feel like cats kind of understand us in a way that is kind of special?
Interesting. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back and we'll talk about that. We'll be right back. Hey, Michelle Fern here. Have you ever wanted to know more about your cat's background and health? I have something great for you to try. BasePaws is the first ever at-home cat genetics company that can give you that information with a simple DNA test. Here's how it works. When you purchase their cat kit online, they send you a cheek swabbing device that can be used to collect your cat's DNA. You send your sample back to their lab. Shipping is prepaid in the U.S., and in 6 to 8 weeks, you receive your cat's report. You'll learn about the breeds and wild cats your cat is most similar to, as well as its carrier status of 45 plus different genetic health markers. You can use this information to help care for your cat better. And something great for all of my listeners, you can go to basepaws.com and get 15% off the DNA kit with the promo code Cattitude.
Go to basepaws.com, BASEPAWS.com. Use the promo code Cattitude for 15% off.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm talking with Ben. He's the CHO of National Today, and we're talking about all kinds of fun cat holidays and cat stats on holidays. And we last left it whether our cats get us or not. And you know why I think that is, Ben? Why people think their cats really get them better than anyone else? Because cats have a way of looking at you very, I'd say, poignantly and just staring. And they don't, they're not as vocal as dogs. They look and they just kind of gaze and they move their head around almost like a therapist, right? So they're patient and they'll just do things like instead of want to roughhouse or play ball or pant all over you, they'll just sit right next to you, so the comfort of that, where the cat probably just wants to feel warm because cats' body's temperatures are high. So the cat probably just wants to be warm, but we're thinking, oh, the cat wants to cuddle with me and make me feel better. So, hey, whatever way you want to feel is fine. If you and your cat are happy, that's great.
There you go. It's find what works for you. And also, I should mention, I just want to kind of give people some other calendar moments. So I know maybe you're planning your holiday plans or your summer travel plans. These are some important dates. So if you're listening to the show now, get out a pen and paper, write these dates down because I want you to have them on your calendar. And it's also, you can find all of them at nationaltoday.com where we celebrate, the most fun holidays. So here are the dates that I want on your calendar. January 22, National Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. Okay, that's a real holiday that is celebrated.
And you have to speak cat.
You have to speak. I'll tell you a popular question in a second. So that's one. So write that down. January 22, National Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. I want you to put on your calendar a couple other ones here. I want you to put on, of course, March 28th, Respect Your Cat Day. So write that down. If you like Siamese cats, there's National Siamese Cat Day on April 6th. Write that down. This is a really nice one. June 4th, National Hug Your Cat Day. Okay, so this is this is the time to hug your cat, and that's followed up on June 17th, National Take Your Cat to Work Day. I don't know if that works for every cat. Some cats may not be into that, but that is an actual holiday. And then a few others. August 8th, International Cat Day. August 17th, National Black Cat Appreciation Day. August 22nd, National Take Your Cat to the Vet Day, because we got to keep our cats happy and healthy. And this is a funny one. It's not officially a cat holiday, but I like it. It's September 19th, National Meow Like a Pirate Day. That's a real holiday.
Meow like I didn't know pirates meow.
Yeah, there you go. If it's a cat pirate, yes. Meow Like a Pirate Day. And then just to round up our calendar, October 16th, Global Cat Day is a great one. October 27th, National Black Cat Day. October 29th, National Cat Day. And in case you didn't have enough, there also is National Cat Health Month, which is February, which is a good time to make sure, again, our cats are happy and healthy.
Wow, that's like a mouthful. Now, what about, is there a national visit the shelter pet day that just has, that would of course be for cats and dogs and whatever other pets are there.
It's August, and actually August 1st is an important because it's used as a universal birthday for shelter dogs and cats. So August August is an important month for that. And there's a couple others. I believe I think it's I'm just double checking here, but yeah, February 20th, is National Love Your Pet Day. And basically it's right after Valentine's Day, right? So you kind of have Valentine's Day going, also a good time to show love for your cats, dogs, or other pets. But then National Love Your Pet Day on February 20th, there's a lot of adoption programs in the works. There's a lot of times to do that and adopt a shelter pet. And I don't know if you feel this, because I know people have, cats and dogs from all different sources where they met them or found them or got them. But there's always something kind of special about when a pet is adopted, that you kind of feel like they appreciate things. I don't know if it's a little bit more. I've sort of felt that. I don't know if you felt that way, that like when they're adopted, there's a little something extra there. I've sort of felt that sometimes.
It's kind of like, and this just flew into my head right now. It's kind of like they're coming away from, and I say this only because, I know that it's true for cats and for dogs. They're in generally cages when they're in shelters. Sometimes some of the cats can be loose, but usually they're in cages, but by twos for cats. Sometimes twos or threes for cats and for dogs as well. It's almost like they're free from, shelter jail. And I don't mean that in a bad way. The shelters do a great job, but they have to keep them in cages so that they, to minimize any kind of interaction with other animals that are the same, and minimize, fights and that kind of stuff. But I think they do kind of appreciate it more. They know they are it's really like rescue,
Yeah, well, it's almost like, and we've kind of done we have a news section at nationaltoday.com as well. So we've done some news stories about this, where it's almost like, it's like, wow, this person out of the blue came into my life and suddenly, is like super nice to me. Like, wow, they really like me, and they gauge just like, I got a better life and all that. And I don't know who they are. Maybe at the beginning I don't know yet if they're my mom or my dad or what to call them, but they are just super nice to me and caring to me and do all these things. Like, wow, what a great person this is. Thank you. Right? And like if someone came into your life and did all those things for you, you'd be like, who is this? This person's amazing. And so, at least I hope in my mind or the back of my head that like our cats and our dogs and our pets kind of recognize that.
I think they do. And it's the same, even if, like, my oldest cat was rescued he was meowing outside, and I opened the door and he walked in. And I think somebody abandoned him because he knew certain sounds in the house that, like, he likes to eat. So he knew the sound of a refrigerator door opening and shutting. When you open and shut the refrigerator, he's there. If you're on the couch, having a little snack, you turn your head, boom, he's there. Even if he doesn't like the food, he's there anyway. He wants to check it out. So, and if you don't give it to him, you see a paw coming into your face. Give it to me. So, what about, is there any holiday for National Celebrate Your Abandoned Rescued Pet Day?
There should be. Maybe that's one we should create. I don't know one specifically for that, although there's a lot of adoption holidays, although I know it's a theme of like National Hug Your Cat Day, for instance, and hugging our sort of adopted cats or adopted pets. But one thing, I just have a little story for you, because you mentioned kind of the funny things kind of like animals do, and they kind of learn different sounds and behaviors, is one thing that we have a little cat-like dog named Ginger, who has kind of different qualities like that, and she just loves the doorbell, because I think I've ordered a little bit too much Instacart or Uber Eats for food deliveries, and so that doorbell going off, which is like the little buzzer in our building, is like Disneyland happening, right? It's like, oh my gosh, someone's gonna just arrive at the door with presents, and it's unbelievable. And so it's kind of funny that the little sounds like, oh, I never learned that means good things are gonna happen when the buzzer goes off. That's great.
Well, I have that same effect when I call my significant other and, at the end of the day and say, hey, I'm heading home. It's not a cat, though. It's my dog. He goes right to the door and he paces because he knows my ringtone and he's waiting. Where is she? Where is she? and so I don't know if that's a cat behavior or not. But my cat, the one that I talked about that I've had the longest, that's Dennis. He's very dog-like. He's very cuddly. Most cats you should be very gentle with. You could rough him up. He eats dog food, not on purpose. He just does. He sneaks out of their bowls. He sliced open, the dog food that's in bags. He's literally sliced him open. We had to outsmart him and get a container that is metal so he can't get into it. He's just a character. He actually taught his little bro, Nikki, who's Havanese. They were like the dynamic duo, you know? This is funny. You know how cats, when you rub them near the base of their tail, they lift their butts up? That's like a normal cat behavior, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, the Havanese does it too.
I say
I don't know why or what or how. I don't know what made him decide he needs to do that too. Maybe because he thought they watch and learn. But anytime, if you're brushing him and his butt just goes up, it just like a cat, the same thing.
Well, I have a theory for you here, which is, how we ask the question of like, are you a cat person or are you a dog person? We kind of ask people to choose, and sometimes it's hard to choose. But maybe it's that cats, help us appreciate dog qualities more, and dogs help us appreciate cat qualities more, because our little dog, a little terrier, I mean, she likes to sit at the top of like the rail of a couch, like the back of it, just like a cat does, and kind of look out and go on these like little ledges. And somehow she's learned this behavior too. So maybe it's not that we're one or the other, but because they sort of embody different qualities, they sort of help you appreciate the others. And particularly when they learn the behaviors of other ones based on who they hung out around, it's really funny. It's a lot of fun. But maybe they help us appreciate different species a little bit more than we otherwise would.
Exactly. And maybe we're just awesome pet parents, that
maybe
we
good
can't
job.
choose.
Yes, we're good pet parents. This is my favorite from we kind of had people vote on their favorite question from National Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. And I know your cat is using telepathy to ask you questions all the time. And this was the top question, which is, this question was, from a cat's perspective, quote, why can't the dog figure out how to take a walk alone? there you go. I don't know if you can see a cat asking that. I can, for sure.
I could see him saying, why can't the dog use a litter box? Or why does the dog have to mess with my litter box? Because it's gross, but they do. You have to watch that. What are some other questions? That's really funny.
I'm looking here. I'm kind of pulling that up. Let's see here. Some of the other ones, let me get a second here. Some of the other ones I like include, why can't we have better entertainment when you're gone? So they need some more entertainment than just kind of like observing humans. People actually voted for this one. How did I get so lucky to have a wonderful pet parent like you? I don't know if cats are actually thinking that or not, but we'd like to think that, right? There you go. What else? Do you have any
I could see my cat saying, I want some more treats now. And one that I think we finally got the answer to, and that was Miss Charlotte. Can't you guys figure out the kind of litter box I really want?
There you go, that one. Or why can't you change the litter box just a little bit more frequently? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, she's big, so I think we went through 5, and we actually got one that's like almost a child's swimming pool.
Oh,
wow. A little smaller than that, but I don't know. It's helping some. So what can I say?
Are you the cat parent that loves to, are you taking the photos and the videos and doing all of that? Are you kind of like prolific social media cat parent?
Well, I try, because at Cattitude 17 needs to grow, and I do my best. There's actually a really cute, funny picture on there, or funny post, and it's under Molly, where she's on the treadmill. She decided my spouse, he wanted to use the treadmill. She wouldn't move. So he thought, I'm going to turn it on and see. So he put it on, the lowest setting, of course, and he was right there, so nothing could happen to her. And she didn't get off. She started walking.
That's great.
Until she decided she had enough. So it's not a very long video, but it was so funny. So maybe there's National Exercise with Your Pet Day.
That should be that's a great one. We should create that one.
Because that's good for any pet parent.
Absolutely. Let's create that one. Let's talk after the show, and maybe we can do that one. We should definitely do that one. And one that was created by some folks is actually January 2nd, Happy Mew Year for Cats Day. Happy Mew Year for Cats Day.
Oh, that's cute. That's
cute, right? Well, so it's like, I think cats would want that. Yeah, yes, you have your own New Year's Day, but we really want our own day too. So okay, January 2nd. There you go. So yeah, but I think exercise with your pet day. I love that. I think we need to do that.
Okay, so everybody can go to National today and find out when and if we have National Exercise with Your Pet Days, so possibly coming soon. And
there you go, nationaltoday.com. So it's the web address, and
okay,
it's fun.
nationaltoday.com. Okay, and then you have more. I know we're talking about, because hey, we're Cattitude. We're talking about a lot of cat holidays and pet holidays, but there are tons of others. There's something for almost every day, right?
Yes, absolutely. Everything from National Bird Day on January 5, National Squirrel Appreciation Day. Certainly, dogs appreciate squirrels in the park on January 21st. There's important other sorts of days for certain kind of breeds. National Golden Retriever Day on February 3rd. There's some funny ones. March 3rd, National If Pets Had Thumbs Day. And boy, the world would be a different place if that were the case. And also some important ones too, in the pet family, sort of like International Guide Dog Day, which is April 24th. And dogs do a lot of important, work for people with disabilities. And even some important awareness days like National Pet Fire Safety Day on July 15th.
That's a good one.
Right? Which is important because, unfortunately, fires can be, risks for not just humans, but canines and felines and other pets as well. So those are important days too.
Yep. Ben, do you wake up every day and go, okay, today is national or international every day, and think, how am I going to celebrate this day?
Every day is something to celebrate. And at nationaltoday.com, we like to say that today is the day. Today is the day to have a great time. And these kind of holidays, these special moments, sharing them with your family, your friends, your pets, your cats, it just really enriches your life. So I know it sort of seems like a little bit silly or a little bit frivolous to have all these holidays, but like when you embrace them, they are great fun. They add to your life, and it just brings more joy to your life. So hopefully all your listeners go out and celebrate some cat holidays, celebrate some holidays in general, and just have more fun at nationaltoday.com.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming on Cattitude and sharing all of this great information with all of our feline friends listening to Cattitude. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Wow. Who knew there were so many cat holidays and other holidays and unusual and strange holidays? I know I'm going to have a lot of fun celebrating many of these holidays with my kitties. You can go to nationaltoday.com, and of course there'll be a link on the episode page for this show. Go to Pet Life Radio, go to the show page, Cattitude, and look for this episode, and you'll be able to go to National Today and see all of the holidays they have. Because hey, you might have, besides just having a crazy kitty, you might have an iguana or something, and maybe there's an iguana day. Who knows? And anyways, what a great show. And thank you for listening. I'd like to thank my crew of crazy kitties. Dennis, who's by far the wackiest. Charlotte, who's the shyest. Molly, who's a diva. Sammy, who's the little teeny rescue that created Molly and Charlotte. And Jethro, who's the big father dude. And then there's Jazz, who's the newest. She or he is a little kind of a newbie who's coming around. So thanks to my whole cat crew for allowing me to celebrate all of these great cat holidays with you. Thanks to my guests for coming on Cattitude. Thanks to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound wonderful. And last but not least, but not lost in my heart, thanks to all of you listening. You make Cattitude a popular show. You make it great. And I strive to bring you interesting, fun things for Cattitude. So please send any suggestions to Michelle at PetLifeRadio.com. And thank you. My deepest appreciation and gratitude for listening to Cattitude. I appreciate it so much. And keep listening, because you never know what we're going to be talking about.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.